Welcome to the Wedding Winers, the podcast where love and wine go hand in hand. Whether you're planning your dream wedding or just love a good wine, we're here to uncork the best stories, advice and inspiration.
Hi everyone and welcome to the Wedding Winers, and you're here with Michelle, Amber and Becca.
Hi.
This is the last one of the series, guys. We're on episode 6.
I can't believe we're back to number 6 again.
I know.
Time flies
It
when you're
literally
having
does
fun.
fly.
And we've saved the best till last, beverage-wise. I
Yeah.
feel like this. I mean, not that we had a taster, but this one was delicious.
Oh, it is gorgeous.
For those that don't know, any newbies listening, we are sponsored by the Old Bridge in Huntingdon, and they've got a wine shop there. So we have been getting our wines from them for the last 2 series now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? So, Amber, what have we got?
So we have a champagne today.
Champagne.
So
Saving the
bougie.
bubbles till last. Which is in Champagne Eroy, which is from France. And it's made with 70% Pinot Noir. I was going to say berries then, they're not, they're grapes, aren't they? And 30% Chardonnay. And then it's aged for a minimum of 30 months. So it's really nice and sweet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we tried this on its own, which was lovely, just because
Why
that
not?
was it, really. And then we do a disclaimer. Becca said we had to disclaim this.
Yeah, we are actually recording outside today because the weather is absolutely glorious and it's quite early in the day. So we have turned our champagne earlier than I'd care to admit. And we've turned our champagne into mimosas because that felt more legal.
Legal in terms of drinking, but legal in actually ruining the champagne by drinking it. Which is...
Yeah, probably a bit illegal.
That's why I'm saying we did try it first, and it was beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, cheers,
Yeah,
girls.
cheers.
Cheers. Sunny days are here.
So what we're talking about today, Michelle?
So today we are going to talk about like wedding day timelines.
Oh.
And on the run up and on the day, probably more on the day. So because that's like your guys' kind of expertise, more than mine, definitely for sure. But first, what have we been doing this week?
Oh, this week. I had a photo shoot last week and wedding fair. I've actually 2 photo shoots the past week, which have been fun.
We did those together, didn't we? The photo shoot.
Yeah.
That was really, really good.
I don't even know if we can say much about it, can we?
We don't think so, not
It's
yet.
top secret location.
Yeah.
Secret suppliers.
Secret.
But it was really fun and the weather was amazing and I think we're going to get some really pretty photos from it. I've had loads of weddings as well.
Wedding season's picked up now.
Yeah.
For you two.
Yeah. We're in the thick of it. Really, really nice brides as well. The work doesn't feel like work when you get on really well with somebody and build a really good like connection and rapport and you get on with everyone's family and bridesmaids. And that's a great week.
That's what we've been saying though, hasn't it, on the pod for quite a long time now, about like brides choosing the right suppliers as well as suppliers choosing the right brides, so everyone works together, and because you've got to be there on the morning of the bride's wedding, so she's got to feel comfortable too, right? Like,
100%.
so, yeah, obviously people are listening and they're picking the right suppliers for everyone to be happy stuff. So
Good morning, yeah. Good. So I would say, like, from a hair and makeup artist perspective, we tend to put together a morning schedule.
Oh, we're going straight in with the content.
Yeah.
Okay, that is
Sorry,
so
get into
efficient
the
this
thick of
morning.
it. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Must be. I'm fueled by mimosas. That's what it is. Makes me super efficient.
Becca, tell me.
Yeah. So we usually put together a timeline for brides so they can, firstly, so they know who to expect. Some people have children, so they like to go first, so they're over and done with. Sometimes they like to go last because of that reason. And sometimes, you know, mother of the bride might want to be first because she then wants to go off and do jobs. We usually do children last because you know what they're like. They roll about and throw themselves around. But I think it's really good just to have some guidelines for the morning so nobody overruns.
So for anyone listening, probably in the morning of your wedding, the first person you are likely to see is your hair and makeup artist.
I would say so, yeah.
I think we've all seen that meme by Adele about being in full glam at 7 a.m.
It's me. Yeah, it's literally me.
So, I mean, kudos to that bridesmaid that always goes first.
No one ever wants to be the first person.
It's so early, 7 o'clock. Like, you just start early, right? Like,
is that usually the time? Or
well, the thing is, I think
let's go through a timeline, right? How long, roughly, does it take to do hair and makeup for one person?
Well, I can only really speak from how fast I work,
Sure.
because I know that lots of other hair and makeup artists work to different timings.
Sure.
I'm confident with 45 minutes for hair, 45 minutes for makeup, so an hour and a half per person. But because we've got a team of us,
Yeah.
I would rather bring an additional makeup artist with me and not start so early, because no
Yeah.
one wants to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning getting their hair and makeup done.
Yeah.
Such a long day.
Yeah, exactly. So I would always rather bring somebody with me. But again, disclaimer, not everybody works that way. But yeah, I would say usually an hour and a half per person. So you think you've got 6 bridesmaids, you're going to need more than one hair and makeup artist there in the morning. So worth
And
considering.
it's worth thinking about as well if you've not booked your sorry, that's very unprofessional.
It's always working.
If you've not thought about your hair and makeup yet, it is worth thinking about that when you're looking, for whether you're looking for a team or a single person. And it's also worth thinking about it if you've not booked your ceremony time.
Yes, I say this all the
Because
time.
if you're going to book that 11 o'clock ceremony or service, like that's up and out early to get everything sorted.
I say to all couples that I see at the venue, I say don't book, if you've got a big bridal party, don't book anything earlier than a 1 p.m.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, even if you want to push back to a 2 o'clock, because the last thing you want to do is up early, and then they're like, oh, can we party till midnight? And I'm like, you're going to be exhausted by 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I was like, you will be safely tucked up in bed by 11:30.
Yeah.
Another top tip, unless your hairstylist specifically asks for wet hair, please also make sure that everybody has clean, dry hair, because when I first started out, I made the mistake of not specifically saying have dry hair, and it takes so much extra time to dry somebody's hair before you've even started styling. I mean, some people, they want a blowout and they specifically request for it to be blow dried, but if you're having an updo or anything like that, always dry hair, because it really slows us down having to dry people's hair.
Is it quite a common misconception then that you have to have like dirty hair or like slept in hair?
Who started that?
I hate it.
That is a
I'm a
vicious
hair wash every
rumour.
day kind of person. I can't
I
do
think it's like, do you not remember when you was a kid? Like, if you have your hair cut, it was a wet cut.
Yes.
It was always a
go home
wet
with my
cut.
hair.
So I do think it's probably come from that a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know, but for me personally, I would, if somebody's got really slippery, shiny hair, I would always rather add product to add texture and a bit of grit to their hair, rather than try and deal with a greasy barnet, because it's really hard to come back from that. Even with the greatest dry shampoo, it's really hard to come back from dirty hair. And it just, I don't think it really helps. That is a vicious rumour, whoever made that up.
So in the morning, you're going to see your hair and makeup first, whether that's getting ready at your house or getting ready at your venue or somewhere you're staying the night before. Obviously, if you're thinking about timelines for your whole day, some brides, depending on your venue, you might have to also consider travelling times. I know there's a venue near to here, very famous, very popular venue, but you can't get in until 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So you say, yeah, like you both know.
We know exactly what venue it is.
Worst, yeah.
So if you just got to check that with your venue first as well to make sure, and if you've got to cater for that, and it's also best to ask your hair and makeup artist who they want to do in what order and where they want to do it as well. So it's just things to be taken into consideration. However, your hair and makeup artist is so experienced in this, and they will be able to help you a lot with your timings as well.
Please trust them and trust their professional expertise. Not be like, oh, actually, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's only going to take us 15 minutes to get there, but then you forget the time loading the car, making sure you've got everybody, making sure everyone's got everything they need.
Yeah.
And then you finally get in the car and you're like, oh, actually, it's a 20-minute drive.
Yeah.
And then you're cutting down the time, and then you're going to end up running late, and then it pushes everything else back.
So it's worth thinking about that as well. If you're looking for venues, and asking that question when you're looking around as well, about how early you're allowed to get in in the morning to get ready.
Or even if there's, they might have a room that you could potentially rent out. Rent out, is that the right word?
Sure.
Yeah, hire for
Borrow.
Borrow hats. The bin men have arrived. That's really bad timing, isn't it?
From at any point.
Sorry if you can hear Yeah, so always worth checking because they might be able to let you in a room before that we can start there, and also there might be additional charges. I don't know if everybody charges to move over.
That's getting ready in the morning with your hair and makeup. Photographer wise, the ones I've worked with, I might be wrong, we've not got a photographer with us, but they will most likely kind of work around you as well and your timelines with things, I think, as well. So again, it's just making them aware of what's happening.
One thing I will say is that don't sit and write a whole shot list of exactly what you want.
Oh, photographer wise.
Exactly, exactly where you want to be posed, this, there, around the venue. Obviously, you could do group shots with family and whatnot, but don't be like, oh,
that's like more
photo
afterwards, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but like you're going to spend your whole day taking photos. You're not going to be able to enjoy the moment. You're not going to spend any time with your guests. You're not going to spend the only time you're going to be spending with your other half, your newlywed, is standing in front and posing for photos.
Yeah. So let's go back. So we're going back to hair and makeup in the morning. Then you got your ceremony, which usually tends to be 12, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I usually like to have the bride ready an hour before their ceremony.
The
just
timelines,
so they can get into their dress.
And photographer photos and that gives them time, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. And then with other stuff that comes beforehand, like Amber and her cake, again, just tell her the time, right, Amber? Like, and you'll just rock up.
Yeah, so it really varies depending on, as you say, which venue you're at. I always say the time of year, where your wedding is. Like, if you've got a marquee in the height of summer, I'm not going to be turning up at 11 a.m. to deliver a cake. I'm going to wait till as late as possible up before you walk in, so you have it. If the weather is a bit too warm, then you can cut it and then serve it.
That's really important when you are looking at people cakes as well and speaking to the right people on board, because like Amber is obviously just there to make it as successful as she possibly can for you, because that's such a good experience that Amber delivers there by she saying she will make it so right for you, whereas some of the cake makers, right, will be like, well, I'm coming at 10 o'clock. Yeah, and if you're in a marquee and it's hot, that cake is not going to last.
And there's a few cake makers out there that will be like, yeah, you want to deliver that time? Yeah, cool. They'll turn up, they'll deliver a cake.
And then they're like, it's not my problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's not our problem. As soon as we've left that cake, it says in my terms and conditions, which is a bit sad to have to write, but it's not my problem as soon as I've left. So obviously I want to do everything in my power that I can to make sure that cake will sit there all day. And a lot of times cake cuttings aren't done till 7, 8 o'clock at night. Yeah. And when it's that late, you want to make sure it can sit there all day.
In the height of summer.
We have setting spray for cakes. You know what I mean? I rely on a good setting spray to make my makeup last. Why haven't they got something like that?
Get on Dragon's Den.
Yeah, we'll create it together.
I mean, there is a thing that's like an instant freeze, but I don't actually know if that probably wouldn't work for all day.
Or taste good.
Right, let's get our heads together and make something.
I mean, you could just use polystyrene cake. I don't condone that for weddings, though.
Don't you?
No.
Why?
Should I eat it?
It doesn't.
Yeah, but you could have one in the background.
I could talk for hours about polystyrene cakes, but no. Just don't do it. Don't waste your money. Buy real cake. Eat real cake.
I really like
real cake. I get a polystyrene cake and then I get an M&S cake round the corner and cut it up.
Even the wedding ones, like when I see them, I'm like, okay, cool.
They do wedding cakes in supermarkets.
Yeah, I think you have to order online and then you pick up in store.
Oh, okay.
But still, again, different horses for different courses, right? If that is your thing, yeah.
I mean, yes.
If that is what you're doing, you then have to cater for that in your timeline for your wedding day. Yeah, so someone picking it up, setting it up, doing it, putting it together.
If anything, I would rather an M&S wedding cake than a cake maker you've picked off Facebook Marketplace that is going to turn up with a cake that's wonky, that's falling apart, sliding about, and it's not even 10 a.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you say, with an M&S cake, your venue won't set that up for you. You need to allocate someone to be setting that cake up for you. Sure. You need to work out exactly what you're doing with it decor-wise, because you can just literally buy a semi-naked or a single buttercream cake. That's how it comes. They give you instructions to put it together. There's no ribbon. There's no board. So there's no stage. There's no decorations. Yeah.
And then you've got your ceremony. And then after ceremony, as a typical timeline, Amber will have more of an idea on this, because obviously
drinks.
Amber does wedding planning at the Old Nean in Ramsey as well. So Amber, just this is a rough guide for people. As a timeline, you'll have your ceremony, which is roughly.
So let's say I would say ceremony. Yes, so ceremony between 1 and 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Ceremonies are only about half an hour. Everyone thinks they're a lot longer. It's the longest 30 minutes of your day.
You say I do, do some
You say I
kissing.
do, yeah, have a smooch, sign some paperwork, listen to a few songs, and then there you go, jobs are good in.
And it's fun times only.
Yeah. But
Yeehaw.
it is the bit that's legal and it has to be done. And
Sure.
but
And
yeah,
then?
30 minutes, and then I always say into a drinks reception. So give your guests a drink, give you a chance to have photos, either group shots or go off and do your own photos.
Mm.
That's roughly.
I usually say an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Really?
If you've booked entertainment, like, I don't know, a singer or
Garden games?
or like a caricaturist has been quite popular.
Yeah, live painters.
All those kind of things. You kind of have something to entertain your guests, so you can kind of stretch that out a bit longer.
Which is a really good idea.
I went to a wedding where the entertainment was bottomless prosecco. Very fun. Very good. Very good wedding.
You were the entertainment.
I was the entertainment, yeah.
So you've got that, and then you can sit down to eat. Obviously, depending on what you're having, depends on how long it's going to go on for. Usually about 2 hours. Have speeches. I always say have speeches beforehand.
Yeah, I love a speech before.
It does depend on who's doing the speech and how comfortable they feel doing it before or once they've eaten, like after they've eaten.
I've seen guys not even eat because they've been so nervous.
Do you want a funny story? I'll give you a funny anecdote from my own wedding. Our best man, who is my husband's best friend, still is, he used to date my sister, my little sister, before the wedding, a long time before the wedding. He was so nervous, he didn't eat any of his food. He was drinking all the red wine, like all the wine. He was so drunk by the time he got to like doing his speech, but not like he could still like, talk, obviously. And then in our speech, he decided to, I don't know, he went off on a tangent. He had no notes. He didn't read from anything. He just went off on one about how he thought that how my husband had been there for him through all of his dodgy girlfriends, which was my sister sat on the front row. Like,
oh my goodness.
Obviously, like I started laughing. My sister found it hilariously funny, and he was like, "Oh no, I didn't mean you." Obviously, this is
how did she not throw a fork at him? I would.
Maybe because I think she knew it was him that was the dodgy one. It wasn't her. I think she got out quite
It would have been hilarious if she'd like grabbed the mic afterwards and went, "Actually, I need to do a speech now."
Yeah,
the best man.
So that's why I say get the speeches done, because the group, they're in the group with the best man. They're all absolutely petrified, aren't they? Really.
One thing I will say as well is everyone always thinks, oh, a speech is probably going to be about 10 minutes. No, it's not.
Is it not?
No.
They're about 5 minutes each. Like, everyone always talks a lot quicker than I think they're going to.
Yeah.
One thing I will say as well is if you've got 4 groomsmen and you want them to do a speech each, get them to check between them what they're saying.
Oh,
because it does get very repetitive. You have 4 groomsmen all saying the same thing, all thanking.
So in that funny story from the stag do.
Yeah, all mentioning the stag do. Just
4 groomsmen all doing speeches. That's a lot.
It is a lot. Obviously, if you're doing toast drinks for guests and you've got a single glass of prosecco, don't do too many speeches.
It won't last long.
Don't do too many speeches because it's long.
Or do the bottomless prosecco, like I said.
Yeah, have it on tap.
So you've got an hour and a half for the drinks reception.
Yeah.
Speeches roughly 5 minutes per person.
Yeah.
And food an hour and a half to 2 hours for food. So whatever order you do that in, there's your timeline.
Yeah. And then evening guests. So you're probably looking about 6 o'clock at this point, maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock. So you can have some kind of interim time, just kind of relax after then.
Everyone and then usually checks into their rooms and stuff, don't they?
Yeah, so if you've got time to check in to the accommodation, you could do that then. Have another drink, have a kind of mingle with anyone that they've not been able to speak to before then. And then evening guests to arrive. I always say it's nice for evening guests to arrive before you do a cake cutting and first dance, because
definitely.
if they've not been there all day, it's nice to be able to have something that they can come and watch and they feel like they've kind of participated in your day.
Yeah.
And then
about 7 o'clock evening guests arrive?
Yeah, 6:30, 7-ish. Obviously depends. If you've got like a weekday, I probably wouldn't say 6, 6:30, maybe push to like 7. And then then your DJ to start, do your cake cut. I always say cake cut into first dance because you've kind of got everyone's attention.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so you could be like, right, let's do a cake cut, and then you go straight into the first dance rather than be like, oh, let's do the cake cut, and then everyone goes up to the toilet or to the bar, and then you do your first dance, and then you've got nobody there. And then you open the dance floor open, and then and then evening food, usually about 3 or 4 hours after you've eaten your main, like your wedding breakfast.
Yeah.
Because your day guests probably already still be full, depends what they've had, and then your evening guests within an hour is probably going to be hungry. If they've not come fed,
Yeah,
you're gonna be
you're
hungry
right
within
there,
the hour.
100%.
And then
love that.
party until your venue allows you to.
Although
What
I
is the
think
average time that people? Is it 12?
Well, so this is
Usually
the thing. A
finish.
lot of venues are licensed till 12. However, speaking
Yeah.
to a lot of DJs recently, we've actually reduced the time at the Ogni. We've reduced it to 11:30 because a lot of
Wow.
couples are done by that point.
Yeah.
If you've got a 1 o'clock ceremony, that's like an
Yeah.
11-hour day on your feet,
Yeah.
happy smiling in front of everybody. It is long.
Yeah.
I think half
Really
11 as well,
long.
because then everyone mingles around till 12 anyway.
Yeah. And
Get all the
some
dawdlers
people
out of the
are done-
way, isn't it?
Some are done by half
Coaches
10,
at
11.
12.
Yeah, carriages at 12.
Yeah.
But yeah, it,
Okay,
it,
carriages,
not
that's it,
coaches.
Oh, coaches.
Coach
Shows how
outback.
posh I am.
Wasn't carriage.
Oh.
But yeah,
no,
it depends
days
on your
gone.
venue as well. Some venues go earlier, some say 11. Some are really strict on midnight and will just shut the lights off at
Yeah.
midnight.
I know some weddings where they've just had a little after party in their rooms, you know.
Yeah, it depends on your
Take
venue. If
some
you've
drinks
got
up.
like a venue where you've got accommodation all together
Yeah.
and you've got the kind of space to be able to do that, then yeah, crack on.
Get everyone in the honeymoon suite.
Obviously, just don't be a noise nuisance.
Noise nuisance.
There's always one.
PC.
Fun sponge. Love that.
Amazing. So, with regards to like weddings, I know it's good to have a bit of a schedule, and obviously a hair maker will help you in the morning, and your venue organisers and coordinators will help you with that for the rest of the day. In fact, they will do it pretty much. If you've got a good venue, they will do a lot of that anyway, naturally by themselves. If you are doing like a DIY wedding where you've got a lot of external suppliers in, then I think it's a good idea to do your schedule with the help of your hair maker, with the help of your photographer, and then obviously share that with all your suppliers as well. So if you've got external caterers, for example, they know what time everything needs to be done.
Yeah.
But again, getting the right caterer, getting the right suppliers will mean that all stays on track anyway.
And let
Like-
everyone else know who you've booked.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
your wedding coordinator know who you booked. Let your hair and makeup artist know who you booked.
Yeah.
Tell your photographer everything. Like, if everyone knows who everyone is, they can either get in touch with each other before the wedding or just even on the morning, just be like, oh, hi, you must be, and be able to chat freely between them
Yeah.
rather than be like, oh, sorry, who are you? And then
Mm.
it gets really awkward and everyone knows who everyone is. It makes everything so much easier on the day.
Yeah, and with regards to staying on track, have I got any tips on how to stay on track throughout the day?
I think it depends on your venue as well.
Do you think?
Like, if
Yeah.
you've got a good coordinator
Yeah.
that will be like, oh, just let you know, you've got 20 minutes until you sit down.
Yeah.
Time
Or
checks, yeah.
just time checks that
Yeah.
without being too strict. Like,
I think
I'm not
photographers
very
do that as well.
Yeah.
They do that quite well, actually.
Like, we've only got time to get 6 more photos. What do you want?
Yeah.
I just find some of the girls get distracted in the morning.
Oh,
That's
100%.
the only thing. Like, sometimes it's hard to keep bums on seats when you're trying to do hair and makeup. So I would just say, try and Amber, you really distracted me with the cat.
Oh, Amber's cat has now joined us as well. We've got an aeroplane going overhead.
I don't know if doing this outside was the best idea we've ever had. There's a lot of distraction.
But it's not the worst idea we've ever had.
And to be fair, I'm on my second mimosa as well, so that's probably not helping me keep my brain in check. Yeah, just
So with regards to, I think, the morning of the wedding, I would say allow more time than you think, right?
Yeah,
like
especially
you say,
early in the
because
day.
people are always, and actually just with everything, just allow for more time than you think it's going to take to keep everyone together. Like you say, it's an hour and a half, but the next person's going to be waiting. They're going to be like, oh, I've got to go get changed, I've got to go toilet. Do you know what I mean? It's always something. So, and also not many people know, I don't think, that like it's good to be ready an hour before your ceremony.
Yeah.
Which everyone thinks is a long time, and it is a long time.
But it goes so quick.
If you're having like a legal ceremony with registrar, you'll need to meet the registrar
Sure.
15 to half an hour before, like 15 to 30 minutes before your ceremony.
True that.
So you need to be ready at least 45 minutes before to be able to walk out the door anyway,
Mhm.
let alone just to be able to have that time to chill, take photos and whatnot before your ceremony. So it's all things to
You're
remember.
right. There's so much to remember.
But don't be a stickler for it. Don't be like, oh my God, things are not running to time.
100%. And actually, the truth is, right, if you're the bride or the groom, it doesn't really matter. It's not your problem.
Yeah.
Just enjoy your day.
It'll work itself
It
out.
always does work itself out. So don't get worked up about it. I'd get planned in advance and share the information with all your suppliers, and then leave them to it. They're the expert, right? And then you just go and enjoy your day.
For sure. Amen, sister.
Perfect. Girls, that's all I've got to say on it.
That's the end. That is the end of the second series. That's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
That is a wrap.
What could do with a wrap?
Oh, I'm gonna miss these boozy sessions.
I know what we're going to do now.
No. Boozy session.
We'll have to go and work. That's what
no.
we'll do.
Straight into wedding season.
Don't forget, if you've
Work.
got any tips or anything like that, we can share them on our social media as well for how to keep on time on your wedding day. Or if you have got any funny anecdotes from your wedding day as well, then please do share them with us on Instagram, which is _weddingwhiners. Any messages, you just want to tell us that you've enjoyed listening, anything like that, then
Just
that's
reach
really, yeah.
It has been,
it's
there's
really
been quite a
good.
few times recently we've been in public. Not in public,
In
but
public.
like at fairs or shoots. And people have been like, oh yeah, we've
Yeah.
listened, which has been lovely. So
Yeah, that's really
shout
nice.
out to everyone that's actually already listened.
Makes
We
it all
went to
worthwhile.
The wedding
does.
fair recently, all of us, and there was a bride that was like, "You're all here together," like we were some sort of like famous band, and we were like, "Oh my god, it's unusual they're all together at the same time."
We should get t-shirts made.
What?
Oh yeah, we should merch.
Hashtag
Some
wedding
merch.
wine.
Anyone wants
You
merch?
want merch? Get in touch.
We'll do branded wine coolers and baseball caps.
Oh my god, yes.
Please, a wine colour,
Baseball
yeah.
caps.
A baseball cap.
Yeah, look at us. Really out
Cool.
there.
Anyway,
we'll
on
work
that
on
note,
that. We'll work on that. But
Bombshell.
before series 3.
Straight.
Yeah, thank you so much everyone for listening. Thank you everyone for
Thank
collaborating
you.
and working with us this series. Thanks again to the Old Bridge for all their support as always. And thanks, girls.
Cheers.